Be a Better You Annual Challenge, day 275 already today. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we are talking about, and all this month we're focusing on the physical, finally physical area of our health, our welfare, our being. And usually I talk about physical the first part of the year, like the very first month of the year. Sometimes February. I've moved it to February because January is our setup, our structure, our come up with our own process for the year to improve and achieve whatever goal we want by the end of the year in that area and aspect of our life, actually in all the areas and aspects of our life. And we practice it 12 times during the year. So by the end of the year, we've made that process our own, and we can use it as another tool in our toolbox to create the life that we want whenever we want, or to deal with challenges and setbacks and goals, etc. So today, our topic, all this month, we're focusing on physical health and well-being. So maybe I'll show up and exercise clothes every day. I don't know. It reminds me to get up and go and exercise. I will admit that not doing physical at the beginning of the year has definitely slowed my personal level of health and energy and physical fitness down. I actually have had a noticeable impact on it. So I'll probably flip it back for next year's challenge. I like to think, I'm not going to do another annual challenge. This is my eighth year in a row. And then I think that's not true, because by the end of the year, even if I don't feel like doing it because I'm tired, I know I'm going to get up and go and I'm going to do another one. So if you've got an idea for next year's challenge, hit me up, because I always consider other people's ideas. That's where I've gotten some of my best ideas they're not my best ideas, the best ideas for the annual challenge. So today we're talking about physical health and well-being, thoughts and beliefs. Now, believe it or not, we have like 80,000 thoughts a day, most of them negative as human beings, which is mind-boggling. And I know that there are people that have trained themselves to have predominantly positive thoughts, and I'm working on that as part of my mental health and well-being, but I'm definitely not there yet, right? So what we want to do today is we want to pay attention to and become aware of what kind of thoughts and beliefs, and a belief is just a thought that we've thought a lot, frequently, over and over and over again, sometimes millions of times, even if it's kind of at a subconscious level, or it's something that we locked onto because we had a significant emotionally attached event or experience. So if you had a big fright when you were a child, you might have associated whatever was going on with that thing, and that became a deep-seated belief for you, just because it was really emotional for you at the time. And again, it's changed over time as we become more mature and more able to deal with and explain to ourselves and understand what's going on around us. We have less of those connections. So if we're able to disassociate with that experience and that emotion, it allows us to impact the beliefs that we have, because all of us have conflicting and limiting beliefs. And we'll probably talk about that later. But right now, today, what we're going to do is we are going to notice what our thoughts are and what our beliefs are. If you notice something coming up over and over and over and over again today, it's probably connected to some sort of belief. If you notice that you're having a strong emotional reaction to something today, just jot that down. And we're going to ask ourselves at the end of the day, what is that? But what we're really going to do, what our action item is to come up with our top 3 thoughts and our top 3 beliefs about our physical health and well-being. Do you believe sometimes, and I haven't done this yet, it's in my notebook to call out and do, but I will do it today because I want to pay attention to, okay, what am I thinking? Sometimes I catch myself in negative loops, like, I just don't have the energy to do that. I'm tired. I need another cup of coffee. I'm thirsty. I haven't been drinking water. Whatever it is, whatever thoughts pop into our head, we want to pay attention to those and look for themes, look for common themes. I'm too old to exercise. It's raining outside. I'm not going to exercise. Am I making excuses? Making excuses, or if you catch yourself in the conversation in your head, making excuses or rationalizing, those are always connected to a thought or a belief. And so we want to ask ourselves, what are the things that are happening in my head today? And then write them down. Share your top 3 in the comments below. I don't know what mine are going to be yet. Kind of do, but we'll see, because I'm working on with a bunch of different people how to become more self-aware. With myself, for myself, I'm working with some coaches and some mentors, because let's be honest, we're not always very self-aware. Now I'm a lot more self-aware now than I was when I was younger. When I was younger, it was all about ego and identity and confidence and bravado and action, 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 and running through my life, and definitely a different person these days. But I like to think better. All right, so what are we doing today? We are thinking about our physical health and well-being thoughts. We defined it for ourselves yesterday, and I think today and tomorrow are almost more important than your definition. Everything starts with how we define things. We define things, guess what? Based on our thoughts and beliefs about that thing. So just think about how you came up with your definition of physical health and well-being for you yesterday, and that is a clear indicator and connection to a lot of your thoughts and beliefs about physical health and well-being. You know, if you're currently having some sort of illness or ailment, you're going to have different thoughts and beliefs about your physical health and well-being than other people, right? All right. Any questions about this? If you need help with this and you're like, well, is this a thought? Is this a belief? Just ask me or ask in the comments below, and we'll help one another. All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. I'm thinking about physical health and well-being. Have a great day.